Hello students, good evening to all of you. So here I am going to derive an expression for self-inductance of a long solenoid. So let's suppose this is a long solenoid having large length in comparison to the radius of the turns. So यहाँ पर हमें इसके सेल्फ इंडक्टेंस यानी कि कैपिटल L के लिए जो है वो एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट करना है. तो स्टूडेंट्स लेट्स सपोज I is the current and N is the number of turns per unit length of the solenoid, and we know that the magnetic field inside the solenoid is simply mu naught Ni. Here N is the number of turns per unit length. So basically the flux linked with each of the turn is simply phi is equal to Ba. Here theta is 0, so cos 0 is 1, so it is simply Ba. So magnetic field is mu naught Ni multiplied by area. Let's suppose R is the radius, so area of each turn is pi r square. So this is basically the flux linked with each turn. This is the flux linked with each turn of the solenoid. So EMF induced is simply written as E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So we'll simply write minus d by dt of mu naught Ni by r square, और हम इसे राइट कर सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स लाइक माइनस म्यू नॉट एन बाय आर स्क्वेयर इंटू डी आई बाय dt. So that is the EMF induced there, but as like this is a long solenoid, this is the EMF linked with the each turn. Okay, EMF induced in each turn simply. So there are number of turns n, so number of turns होती हैं simply n multiplied by l, number of turns per unit length into the total length of the solenoid. So मैं यहाँ पर total turns के लिए भी EMF निकाल सकता हूँ. So EMF with the total turns is minus mu naught n pi r square di by dt, that is di by dt multiplied by the nl. So that is the total, E total here for the solenoid. So and we also know that EMF expression for solenoid in terms of self inductance is minus L di by dt. तो स्टूडेंट्स हम यहाँ पर इन दोनों ही एक्सप्रेशंस को जो है वो इक्वेट कर सकते हैं एंड सिंपली हम एक्सप्रेशन फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं L के लिए. So here after equating like mu naught n pi r square di by dt multiplied by the nl is equal to minus L di by dt minus जो है यहाँ कैंसिल हो जाएगा. So then we will simply calculate the expression for L. इधर यहाँ से हमें L मिल जाएगा, di by dt भी कैंसिल हो जाएगा. So L का एक्सप्रेशन हमें यहाँ से मिलेगा mu naught n square pi r square L. So mu naught n square pi r square L. So that is the expression for self inductance of the long solenoid. So this is totally depending on the geometrical factors. So that is the answer.